Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to One Piece episodes 585, 586, 587 and 588. I decided to do a quadruple reaction this time, and also it's kind of because I am going to be on a 1 week break for next week, so you won't see any reactions for next week because I really need to get on with my coursework for university. It is my final year and I really want to stick to my deadlines. So for this week I will get a Legend of Korra reaction uploaded during the weekend, and I will, if I haven't already, I've uploaded or will upload a 7 Deadly Sins reaction and Breaking Bad episode 6 reaction. So I've already uploaded those on Patreon for early access, for early 1 month access, but by now I should upload 7 Deadly Sins and Breaking Bad episode 6 if I haven't already. But yeah, just letting you know before I go on my 1 week break. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to a few people. So firstly, I want to give a shout out to someone called Moha. Thank you very much for giving me a buy me a coffee tip. So I made my buy me a coffee page just as a different option in case someone wants to give a one-off donation as opposed to giving a monthly donation through Patreon. If you want to support the channel, I just wanted to give another option. So buy me a coffee is for one-off donations, and thank you very much, Moha, for being supportive. And you actually asked me a question, you sent me a message, so I'm gonna take the time to actually answer your question. So your question is, why don't you do like what SMF does? I'm assuming you're talking about Super Mecha Freezer. She's another One Piece reactor, so if you haven't already, you can subscribe to her. She uploads her reactions on YouTube with the episode plays in the background. Your channel will grow rapidly. The reason why I don't do my reactions the way she does and with the way most YouTube reactors do is because of copyright reasons. I prefer my reactions to be full length reactions, and when it's full length reactions they don't have to be cut up just so that they can be on YouTube. I do understand your point in that if you post your reactions on YouTube you get a lot more views, you get a lot more subscribers, but I personally don't want to cut up an episode just so that it can be on YouTube, and also it can still run the risk of the actual YouTube channel being taken down. So I personally I'm a very cautious person. I don't want my channel to get taken down, and even when people do post those 10-minute reactions, because 10 minutes is like the rule of thumb for fair use, some YouTube channels have actually gotten taken down, including Uzumaki Khan's channel, which got taken down a couple of times in the past. So that's why I don't do it the way she does and the way that other reactors do. The main reason really is that I don't want to like edit the reaction so much that it's kind of hard to figure out what to actually include in the reaction. And because like with cut up reactions you don't include the whole entire reaction, so you have to select the like my best comments or like the best reaction that I have in the actual reaction. So it just is so much more time consuming doing that, and I just don't have the time to edit so much and then to like process that and then on YouTube. So there's two reasons. It takes way too much for in terms of editing, it takes longer to do that, and I run the risk of copyright on YouTube. So, and I'm very much fine with redirects. I don't care if I don't get as much attention, as much subscribers or viewers as those other One Piece reactors do that do upload their reactions on YouTube, but it just works for me and I've always done it this way and no one has really had a problem with it, apart from a few people asking me why don't I just cut up the reaction and put it on YouTube. But honestly, like, it's worked for me so far and I've never had a problem. I've never had my channel get taken down because of these redirects. So it works for me and I don't want to change the way that I do things, otherwise people will complain and say that why did you all of a sudden change the way you react to things? Why are you now doing cut up reactions? So I don't want to like create another problem, just like suddenly changing the way I do things. So to each their own, really. Some YouTube, I mean, it works for other people, but not always though. So yeah, thank you though for your tip. And also I want to give a shout out to some new patrons who are Nolsen and Isaiah. Thank you guys so much for being new patrons. So at the moment I'm doing trial reactions on Patreon. So for February I reacted to Your Lie in April, which is still available for early access, early 1 month access. And I also reacted to I will be reacting to Breaking Bad episode 7, so even though I'm going to be going on my break, I will react to Breaking Bad episode 7, so do watch out for that in the next week. So yeah, and for March I will be reacting to Blue Exorcist and Overlord. So those are just trial reactions. Trial reactions are just to the first 3 episodes. I want to give a shout out to all of my other patrons, who are Adam Virpando, Bad Wasabi, Buster Sword 88, Chief, Colum Lennon, Dimitri, Elma, Evan W. Fisher, Flamor, Julian G, Louis, Michelle Saw, Naxterm, Nicholas Orman, Ramiro ER8, Sol Torinu, Sabani, Thomas G, and yours, Mayor. Thank you guys so much for the support. And I want to give a special shout out actually to Colum Lennon and Pedro Afonso Castellani for giving me One Piece links and Legend of Korra links and Your Lie in April links and just like Boruto links as well. Like, you guys have been amazing in like giving me episode links, because I do find it hard to like find anime episodes. So thank you guys so much for your hard work in like giving me a whole list of One Piece episodes and the other animes as well. It really means a lot to me, so thanks. Alright, let's talk about these episodes. Wow, damn man, Law's an absolute savage. He is an absolute badass. The way he just cut off that ship, he just gave no absolute shit. He was up against Smoker and he was like, nah, you ain't nothing, man. Like, oh my days, man, that's absolute savagery. And the way he cut up Tashigi and actually took out Smoker's heart, I was like, what the oh my god, what is, like, even I was like thinking like, what is his problem? Like why would he take out Smoker's heart? And then we found out that he gave the heart to Caesar Clown right at the end of the last episode. So Law, it seems to be a very secretive guy. He really wants something back from the world government, which is why he became a Shichibukai. That's what it seems to me, because he said that he told Luffy when he met Luffy that we both want something back. So I'm just wondering, like, so did you become a Shichibukai because you want something? I knew already that he must have an ulterior motive, because there is no way that a pirate is all of a sudden going to become a Shichibukai without there being some sort of ulterior motive regarding that. But I don't know what that is. That's the thing. It's like a mystery to me. Like, what does he actually want from the world government? Does he want some sort of revenge on them? Like, is he plotting a revenge on them? I don't know. I'm like, I really don't know what's going on with Law. I really want to know about Law's backstory. I do know that we will eventually get to Law's backstory. Oh man. But yeah, there's so many unanswered questions, and damn, that fight between Law and Smoker. Law, the way he just broke that ship up because he doesn't want the Marines, the G5 Marines, to inform the other Marines from outside the island about what is actually happening in Punk Hazard. So Law thinks ahead. He really does think ahead, and he actually had the upper hand against Smoker. He did struggle a bit because Smoker did have the sea stone weapon. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a baton that he had, like a sea stone baton. But even when Smoker had that, and Smoker does have Haki as well, I don't think he actually used Haki, even though they mentioned Haki, like how Tashigi had Haki and she was trying to like fight back at Law, but then Law just basically whooped her ass easily by cutting her in half. Like, yo, like, I mean, I understand, like, as a Marine, you have to be brave and you have to, like, stand up for yourself and you have to protect your, um, you know, like, your allies. But he is so above you, like, in terms of power. So it was like she was thinking very impulsively rather than logically and rationally. Like, you have absolutely no chance against this guy. If Smoker is having a bad time, then of course you are going to have a bad time. You're going to have an even worse time. So basically, Law defeated both Tashigi and Smoker, and it was done so savagely. Um, so, and then he also actually switched bodies. He switched Tashigi and Smoker's bodies. He also switched Destroyer Pirate's bodies. Nami's group. I mean, he swapped Nami with Sanji, which was a really bad decision on Law's part. I guess he doesn't know. I mean, he wouldn't know that Sanji is such a perv, but still, like, oh my days, it was just so annoying seeing so many fan service shots of Nami and Tashigi. Like, it was so uncalled for. You don't own their bodies, so why the hell are you, like, trying to, like, make them strip? It was just so inappropriate and just I didn't like that. I don't see that as comedy. I just see that as disgusting, as a really very pervy dirty thing to do. Because it's not through consent. You have no right to do that to a body that you have you don't even own that body, first of all. So I was quite disgusted. Like, why would Smoker, I mean, I know that he opens his chest himself, but you're in a woman's body, and, you know, like, another thing, like, Tashigi doesn't even wear a vest underneath, so that's even more problematic. Why? Anyway, so yeah, it's really weird, like, because Law, he has the ability to not only, like, break people apart. So it turns out that he did actually split apart the samurai. So the severed head samurai, he split him up. And whilst Nami's group, they wanted to lead the kids to safety, and they actually found a whole freezer place full of frozen prisoners, and they looked like impaled down prisoners who were frozen in that freezer place that they were in, which was leading them to the exit, but they were freezing to death. And then this samurai, the severed head, he actually has magic, and he just suddenly shows his magic and makes them, and uses that magic to give them all coats. Like, how could you not do that before, you scumbag? Those kids were, like, freezing, and now you say that you have magic and that you have a devil fruit power. Like, swear, man. That guy is so mean as well. Also, Luffy's group, they had some trouble against BROWNBEARD's crew, at least at the beginning. But they got through it, and they're now BROWNBEARD, like, he found out that the Straw Hat Crew are in fact the Straw Hat Crew. Luffy has a 400 million bounty, and Luffy is using BROWNBEARD to get to where Law was, which is how he met Law at the entrance of the laboratory, and seeing Smoker's unconscious body. I don't know, no way is he dead. No, he's not dead. So yeah, I mean, we know he's not dead because Tashigi was able to use his body. Such a weird ability. Like, people can be split apart and they can still be alive. So it works similar to Buggy's ability. It's such a unique ability. That's what I love about it, even though it's so strange. So some really great episodes these were. Yeah, I just want to know what Law is really up to, because, like, he's like being a servant to this Caesar clown gas guy, and I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, what did you think of these episodes? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.